If things go well, uh, I didn't know where I was going with that sentence, but okay. Let me again do. Yep, you know the drill. Phones reaching a low battery, because this took me way too long to do this, and I've been awake for way too long. Uh, get my drink, charge phone, send out links, micromanage through hearing it through my headphone. You all know the drill by this point. It's because why would you be watching this if you haven't watched the other seasons? If you are, then that's fine. There's no continuity between seasons except season 5 and all the previous. Because every 5 seasons, I've decided every 5 seasons we do an all-star season. I'm thinking, I'll get to this. This is an important update, so I'll get to exactly. I'm gonna get to exactly what the important update about this is. If we when I get the links out. Enough's enough. Go buck and make a buck. These Discord notifications are messing with my head. Actually, yeah, mute Discord. I have Discord open because yeah, it says that, and then like more notifications pop up. Okay, it should be muted now. I won't have to hear it again. It's annoying. Okay, so I got the links out, phone on charger, and then phone's not on charger. Actually, let me do that. Also, I want to say I want to give a shout out to my dad for buying me a new laptop charger. It's a third-party charger, so it doesn't keep a charge. It doesn't keep a charge very well, but it's way better. It's way better than just using like what I had before. All right. I hope there's no shenanigans with nicknames having to reset anything. Uh, for once, let's hope everything can go up to plan. So I've decided that once I do season 10, I'm not going to do these daily anymore after season 10. It's been so awesome being able to give content daily for all like the couple people who watched this. And the All Star stream was, I don't know if it's the fact that it was an All Star stream, I didn't advertise it as such, but it was my most successful live stream in the channel's history up to this point. I don't know if this will surpass it or anything. I don't think it will, but I am really hoping that like this means I'm really glad people are enjoying these and watching these. It makes me happy. It makes me know that this isn't all just for my personal enjoyment, and that other people are enjoying this too. Ugh. And I'm not going to do this daily after season 10, or at least I'm not going to try to. They might continue daily if I will want to keep doing this in spite of the effort. So yeah, I'm going to explain all the individual characters here and why they're here, where if they've been in any previous streams, etc. You know the drill. So let's get into this. Starting with team. Let's get to the team names first. bones and organs. I couldn't think of any cool theming with the names here. So bones versus organs. Which do you prefer? Are you a bones guy? Would you rather have your bones or would you rather have your organs? I mean, your bones are gonna have forever, but your organs are also needed to live, so, required for you to live. So, oh. Okay, now let's get into people. Ayla Sakura from the Cheese Dip Hunger Games 1 stream. I neglected to put her into the second one. And also, she's also a contender for season 2, 3, and 4 of Cheese Dip of Survivor No More Cheese Dip Edition, but was just not in there. No reason, no particular reason. Dr. Ivo Robotnik, the suggestion of Landon, EMM radio announcer, host of the Through the Years, spelled with a Z, podcast. Jolyn Turner. Well, just again, I was running out of ideas. So yeah, Nurse Joy. She was in Cheese of Hunger Games 2. On the team representing people who have appeared in Three of a Perfect Pair more than once. Nurse Joy cameoed in the first episode and made her speaking debut in episode 3. There are only 4 episodes ever. No, in case any of you are wondering, no, I have not begun as of now. I have not begun working on episode 5 yet. I'm taking a break because I in like about a month and a half of time, I made 3 episodes, and I really had to crunch in a bit of that. I particularly procrastinated a lot in the making of episode 4. Let's see here, and yeah, I'll explain Nurse Joy. Also, I want to point out real quick, Nurse Joy. I will look at again. Part of what takes me so long is not just picking out a character, but also like having to find an image of that character. I've bookmarked images of characters I want to keep using. If just in case. But like a character I haven't used before. But like here, where I'm using predominantly characters I haven't used before, in these Survivor streams, It's really takes me like anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to look for a photo. If I'm lucky, it takes even less. If I'm unlucky, I'm gonna be looking for even longer because a lot of the artwork, a lot of the stuff I find is just. I was going to put Nacho Bear in here upon Landon's suggestion, but one of the first photos to show up was like fan art someone drew of Nacho Bear with like incredibly huge butt cheeks, and I'm like, no, I'm not putting Nacho Bear in. I know it's just like artwork some horny guy drew, but I don't want. But that turned me off to putting Nacho Bear in here. Also, Nurse Joy. I found this photo while I was looking for photos of Nurse Joy, and I want to talk about this real quick. So this is Nurse Joy's design across the various Pokemon series. On the left is how she appeared in the original series, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. How she appeared in the black and white animated series, the X and Y animated series, the Sun and Moon animated series, and then Pokemon Masters, which debuted in 2019. This is the design I grew up with, okay? And you know what? This is classic. I really like this design. Black and white, okay, make the cap more rounded. A longer dress. The longer dress makes sense. I mean, especially with the fact that Pokemon has been a little more geared towards kids, or a little more geared towards kids, especially during the Sun and Moon era, which I'll get to that in a sec. So, yeah. Design that shows less thighs, that's totally fine. But then, like, the hoops look kind of big and obnoxiously round. Softened at her face, too. Then X and Y, change it again. Hoops are now, like, on the side. They're defying gravity. The hair hoops defy gravity. The hat now has a Pokeball on it, not a hospital cross. The dress looks a little more impractical. Again, face even softer. Sun and Moon looks unrecognizable. Hold on a second. I'm gonna mute my microphone for this. I really gotta blow my nose, guys. I feel way better after that. Okay. So yeah, Sun and Moon looked unrecognizable and kind of downright terrifying. And then 2019 Pokemon Masters, that's kind of a bit of a return to this design, but it still looks a little off-putting in comparison. I just like this little sharper design here on the left. In case you wonder why I would have clicked out of so quickly, it's just search results for Toshi eating pudding. Would you guys expect anything less from me at this point? I mean, Toshi is just... This dude is so wholesome, I swear. You wouldn't think this man was brainwashed and put through 12 years of hell by an evil cult. Just by looking at him. Especially looking at his YouTube channel. Rhea from 5 and 3 Houses, my favorite game of all time. I chose her story path in my initial playthrough on accident, and boy am I glad I did, because that's that's my favorite of the two story paths I've gone through so far. So I figured why not put her in here, because I'm running out of ideas. Rick Wakeman, because I shared his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction speech with my brothers, and they both thought it was hilarious. He talks about his first prostate exam. The Undertaker, suggested by my oldest brother, who when I asked him for characters you want to see return for the All-Star season, he was very unhelpful in just saying he wanted to see The Undertaker and Charles Bronson. And I said, well, this Undertaker would have to be in the season after the All-Star season, but I could put in Charles Bronson. That's the only reason why I actually did put in Charles. I didn't want to overrepresent Three of a Perfect Pair tribe. Winnie Woodpecker, because I was going to add Woody Woodpecker, because Woody Woodpecker has been a minor obsession of mine ever since 2012, 11. But I realized that I'd have a hard time looking for women. I always have a hard time thinking of women compared to men. So I decided to go for Winnie Woodpecker instead, so I'd still be representing Woody Woodpecker, but that's one less woman for me to pad out the roster with. Joey Tempest, because he's one of my favorite singers. This dude is great. Also, I couldn't think of another woman, so I took up that extra woman slot and put a man in it. That man being Joey Tempest. Who, surprisingly, Guy's pipes have aged great, by the way. And his country music solo career is exceptional. Just dang. Karen Starr, Power Girl, because I was told I was told in the Eric verse streams here, there's too much Marvel, not enough DC. So I put in Power Girl, and while looking for Power Girl, most of the I couldn't find a lot of particularly good comic book images, and I couldn't find that would showed most focused on her upper body and head, because that's what I generally try to look for in a photo. Look at these. Most of these are these are all focusing on head or upper body. Otherwise the image is just gonna get squished, like this image of Joey Tempest here is a little squished. Also I noticed that a lot of one picture showed Power Girl showed a circle around her boobs, and it's why are her boobs so big? The question you're all afraid to ask, and why? And I'm no, we shouldn't be asking why Power Girl's boobs are so big. Big boobs are not a weird thing, okay? We should be asking why instead of a symbol or anything. She just has a cleavage window. That's the problem. She's a very interesting character, but it's just kind of made most of her character traits just Superman powers, but with big boobs. That's not her entire character. She's a very interesting person. My Valentine from a Cheese Dip Hunger Games 2 stream. She's here because, again, need another woman to pad out the roster, and having a Yu-Gi-Oh character in here last time went over pretty well, so why not? Maki Garo, I don't know anything about Dragon Ball except from what I've heard secondhand, so I've had to actually do some research into who this guy is. But again, Landon suggested him. I couldn't think of any other characters, so here's Dr. Garo. Midna, I really liked playing as her in Hyrule Warriors. And Hold on a sec. Thought I heard someone calling out to me. Okay. So, I really like playing certain Hyrule Warriors. I want to point out something. Oh, looking for pictures of Midna, it was hard for me to find like pictures of Midna's real form. They're at most of a Twilight Princess. She takes on this form of like some imp creature because she's cursed by the villain. And I found out, and like looking there, suspiciously, I keep Safe Search on. Okay, I've had Safe Search on my computer the entire time I've owned it. Okay, on like my Google, like every when I got this computer, I turned my Safe Search on my Google account on. And one time I was looking for characters for someone and during the first Cheese of Hunger Games stream, I told myself this is why I have Safe Search on. But even then, there was a suspicious amount of real horny images of Imp Midna, and it made me think, Midna's true form is this beautiful woman here. I think I actually haven't even closed the image to get. Yep, here's the image tab. Yeah, look at that. She's a beautiful woman in her true form. Albeit looking kind of weird skin color, meaning Captain Kirk would be all over this. And like everybody, like almost, and not everybody on the internet seems to almost unanimously just prefer her. Would unanimously just prefers her imp design, and I don't know why. I mean, like, and it made me dig down the rabbit hole a little bit, and it's scary. Okay, like I'm 18, so I'm allowed to dig down this. I'm 18. I'm allowed to dig down this rabbit hole, and it is frightening. Okay, it is frightening. Okay. In fact, what was it my uncle's grandson? Him and I used to see each other pretty often. We had a conversation about Midna, and he mentioned like having a strong attraction to like even this imp form. Like, why? First of all, look at how weird the form she looks in that form. And secondly, if you think, do you think of her like a horny context? And he said yes. I said, dude. Where would you even, dude, assuming you two even have relations, where would you even stick it? And he's like, you don't think of it, you're not supposed to think that deep about it. This has gotten too deep, okay? Let's continue before I lose any more of my concurrent viewers. Mo Howard, another one of landing suggestions. And yeah, he's just a cool choice. Ronnie James Dio from Cheese Dip Hunger Games 1. I don't think he was in Cheese Dip Hunger Games 2. He's here, yeah, just being cool. And Willem Dafoe, because, I just wanted to put in Willem Dafoe. Do I need a reason? Okay, so I think with this preamble out of the way, I think we're ready. Bones versus Oregons. I'm using the survivor at the Marquise's template. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce it. Hold a second, everybody. Got to blow my nose again. Okay, let's continue. Let's proceed. Let's get to episode 1, shall we? Oh, it's not loading. These people don't know each other, so not going to be any interesting alliances or dynamics like there was right off the bat in the All-Stars tribe, which is what made it so entertaining. Every 5 seasons, we're going to keep doing an All-Stars tribe, so I'm not tribe, an All-Stars season, so that's going to be a thing. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing Survivor Cheese Dip well into, like, the far future, but it's going to just be, like, this is the bulk of what I'm going to be doing in the future. I just want to get that out of the way now. Carrying an outrigger canoe outfitted with 2 torches, the tribe did to swim with the canoe out into the ocean. Light the torches into a fire cauldron, then race back to the shore, lighting a series of torches along the way. First tribe to have successfully lit all the torches across the finish line would win. The Oregons tribe wins immunity. Alright, so, Yeah, the Oregon's tribe wins. Bones tribe, Sarah and Winnie. Oh shoot! Okay, again nickname shenanigans. I forgot to put Okay, I keep forgetting the game sets nickname. I have to replace all the original characters the game had in its place with new ones and individually, and sometimes just forgetting to give someone a nickname just slips by me. Okay, so Joy and Winnie bond slightly. Eggman has a major meltdown. Dr. Garrow's impressing the rest of the team. Joey and Mai bond slightly, and it has a lasting impact. I've said Dr. Garrow like max level intuition. Alright, so first of all, it's one vote Joe. Joe and Turner's one of my favorite vocalists, by the way. Rick, one vote Joe, one vote Rick. Rick, that's 2 votes. 2 votes Joe, 2 votes Rick. 3 votes Rick, 2 votes Joe. Okay, Rick Wakeman's out. Yep. First person out is Rick Wakeman. Okay. Vote for Joe and Turner. Rick Wakeman and Nurse Joy. Okay. Fun fact, Joe and Turner isn't even Joe and Turner's real name. It's Joseph Arthur Linquito. Or Linquito. I think he legally changed it back in the 70s. Alright, float your boat. Tribes would dive down to the water to remove... I said Karen Star I said Power Girl to, like, level 5 strength beast, which is, like, the max setting. I don't... I gave one person on the Oregon, on the Bones tribe, I gave one person the Bones tribe beast level strength too to counterbalance. I don't remember who. When they have removed tribes dive down to the water to remove rocks from a small boat. When they removed enough rocks, the boat would rise to the surface and float. Tribe members then proceed to use buckets to get water out of the boat with buckets. Once the tribe decided the boat was seafair, they would row back to shore. The first tribe back would win. Organ reward, they win fishing gear. Alright, now next is the immunity challenge, which is what really matters. Look, the reward challenge is fine and all, but we all know it's the immunity challenge that matters. Like I could totally skip whatever the reward, go reading out these reward challenges, and nothing would change. Oh, and they win immunity. Marquesan menu. Each tribe member would bob for fafuru, fish bathed in rotten marinade. If any tribe member could not keep it down or didn't eat, they would lose. But to be honest, I imagine Mo had no issue with this. And Willem Dafoe probably had no issue with this, okay? He's probably just like, what? What? You think a little bit of rotten fish is going to stop me? No. Mai is the only person I'd see particularly having a tough time with this. Maybe Joey. Ayla and Nurse Joy find some common. It has a lasting impact. They form an alliance. Nurse Joy's injured, but the nurse gets injured, but is treated can stay in the game. Joey and Mo have a small fight. Mai and Willem bond strong has a lasting impact. Alliance forms between Joey Tempest, Power Girl, and Dr. Garrow. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I actually did research Dr. Garrow, so I know, what his personality and such is like. And it also led to me doing research into, who are all the androids. What the hell is a Red Ribbon Army, and etc. So I made him. I gave him settings that you would typically give a villain type character. He'd be interesting. Maybe he'll be this. I've been waiting for a Russell type villain, an infamous villain, to be on the show. So it's time to vote. I mean, the first vote. First vote, Undertaker. Okay, Undertaker. One vote Eggman. One vote Undertaker. 5 votes left. 2 votes Eggman. 1 vote. Oh, is it all? Okay, 3 votes Eggman. 3 votes Undertaker. 1 vote left. This is the deciding one, guys. Undertaker. Well, tribe has spoken. My oldest brother suggested the Undertaker as his lone suggestion for this season. Must be very disappointed, or will be by the time he watches this. Okay. Who didn't vote for Undertaker? Joe and Turner voted for Eggman. Undertaker and Winnie voted for Eggman. And the Bones tribe is dwindling. Alliance still here. Power Girl's loyalty in the Oregon's alliance has gone down. Right, Raft Rescue. Bones tribe cannot catch a break. Both tribes are given supplies for the challenge to build a raft. The tribes would use the raft to navigate through a course, picking up 5 crates along the way. The first tribe back to the start with all 5 crates would win. The Oregon's tribe wins reward. They win pillows, blankets, and 3 lanterns with fuel. Yeah, we win 3 blankets with oil. Oh, they win immunity too. Coconut maze race. What about the coconut malt race? Each tribe would. I actually had a cousin who said, like the new Mario Kart sucks because it doesn't have coconut mall. And coconut mall is a great level. Don't get me wrong, but just saying the game is like objectively bad because it doesn't have. Saying the game is just bad for the one reason it doesn't have coconut mall is a little silly. Each tribe would have 4 members moving a puzzle with a pulley system and a caller telling the tribe members how to move it. After getting one coconut at the end of the maze, they would switch callers. First try to get 3 coconuts through the maze would win. Joe and Turner and Nurse Joy bond strongly as a lasting impact. Dr. Garrow's pressing the rest of the team. Willem is pressing the rest of the team. Oregon Alliance 2 forms. Okay, Dr. Garrow's the only one not particularly into this, I see. No, Willem's not either. Joey and Mai are, though. They're way into the idea of this alliance. Mo is medically evacuated from the game due to an injury. You're a wise guy, eh? You think you're going to take me out of Survivor Cheese Tip Season 6, eh? Mo is no longer in the game. Tribal Council has been canceled. Wow. Even though the Oregon... Man... Even though, man, I was like, man, the Bones tribe cannot catch a break. And then I saw the immunity challenge won by the Oregon tribe. I'm like, yeah, the Bones tribe is just screwed. They can't catch a break. They have to vote out another person, leaving them with what, 5 people. But no, Mo is medically evac. I guess maybe this is to help balance things out here. Okay, episode 4, the twist. The castaways are asked to stay on discs. They must flip these discs to see their new tribe buff. The number of players per tribe stays the same. Okay, we've changed tribes a bit. Yellow represents people who were originally Bones. Blue represents people who were originally Organs. So new to the Bones tribe, we have leaving Oregon tribe. We have Power Girl, Dr. Garrow, Dio, and Willem Dafoe. And new to the Oregon tribe, leaving the Bones tribe, is Ayla, Robotnik, Nurse Joy, and Winnie Woodpecker. Okay, nobody in chat yet. Nobody said anything in chat, but I assume within the next 40 minutes we'll have a comment bot saying V something tech, spelled with like the worst capitalization you've ever seen. So bad it'll give you a stroke. Okay, the Oregon's alliance between Power Girl and Dr. Garrow is still a thing. The loyal people in the Oregon's in the Oregon Alliance 2 are number 2 are gone. So this alliance may not last much longer. Bones alliance still. Well, Ayla and Nurse Joy got like big loyalty to this alliance here. Okay. Oh, that's actually kind of an interesting thing. The alliance is carried over on the alliance is carried over from these two were in the big. These three, their alliance is still standing because they're on they're just on the Bones team, so they're still like the alliance is still in effect there on the Bones team. Though like the people still on the Oregon's tribe are very much still in alliance as well. Basically dividing it into basically dividing one alliance into two subdivisions. Life's a tapestry. Tribe must solve a tapestry puzzle. First tribe to complete wins. Oregon's win immunity again. Even with different people, the Oregon tribe still wins. Power Girl and Rhea bond strongly as a lasting impact. Power Girl and Dio find something in common. Oregon's alliance 2. Dr. Garrow leaves the alliance. He might just get. I don't know. He could again. Dio and Willem Dafoe could Michael Douglas him, but it's just only two of the people on the alliance of the other four in the alliance will have the opportunity to vote him out during tribal council, so it may not happen. Joey leaves the alliance. Okay. Ayla and Mai find something in common. It's a lasting impact. Eggman and Midna find something in common. A new alliance forms between Ayla and Winnie Woodpecker. And I'm always like, oh god, I hate setting these up, but I'm always having so much fun when I do them. I'm always like, is it all worth it when I'm doing it? And then when I'm doing it, it's like, yes. Jolyn Turner, it's 1 vote Joe and Turner. Rhea, it's 1 vote Rhea, 1 vote Joe and Turner. 2 votes Joe, 1 vote Rhea. 3 votes Joe, yep. Anonymously voted out Joe. Joe is the person who voted for Rhea. I'm one to, yep, okay. Oh, that's why Joey left the alliance. They're on a different team. It suddenly makes so much sense now. Yeah, he's on a different team from everyone else, so. Holy sh... Did I not? Yeah, I should be getting nothing. Okay. I don't know, mute this for now. Okay. I also want to point out, Rio did not suggest anybody this stream. This is the first Survivor stream that had no end character suggestions from her. Okay, and Bones Tribe still not getting a break. Let me. It's really eating me up so that I don't know who's the other person I gave like immense strength to. It was Undertaker. That's it. Yep. It was Undertaker, but he's out early. All right. The Oregon Alliance with Karen and Dr. Garrow still going. The Oregon Alliance of Dio and Willem Dafoe still going. In the Bones Tribe. All the while, it's continuing even stronger in the Oregon's tribe. As again, it's now just like one alliance. It's now just a Joey and Mai alliance. It's basically two alliances: the Joey and Mai alliance on the Oregon's tribe, and the Ronnie and Willem alliance on the Bones tribe. Man, my humidifier making noise just scared me. And the Bones alliance #1 still going in the Oregon's tribe. It doesn't look like loyalties have changed in the Oregon Alliance 3. Tiki Towers. Each team had to pick one member to be the eyes of the group, while the others were to be blindfolded. The caller had to direct the members to collect randomly scattered segments of 4 tikis that had been deconstructed. Once collected, the blindfolds were to be removed, and the first tribe to reconstruct the 4 tikis would win. Bones tribe wins reward. They win the opportunity to raid the other tribe's camp. Finally, Bone tribe got a break. And they win immunity! Nice. Alright, distress signal. The tribes were instructed to build the distress signal on the shore of the beach using materials in and around the camp to catch the eyes of a rescue boat that passed by in the water. A few hours later, the tribe with the most eye-catching distress signal would win immunity. And Bones tribe wins. No events occurred with the Bones tribe. Eggman enters Joy Ball inside has a lasting impact. You know, like, typically, like, your name, typically, like, nurse or doctor followed by your name, it's typically your surname. So maybe this nurse Joy is her last name, and that would explain why all the Nurse Joys, who are, like, all sisters, by the way, they're all, like, sisters and cousins. They've explained that in Pokemon, like, all the Nurse Joys are sisters, cousins, and whatnot. Maybe, like, Joy's a last name, and, like, this Nurse Joy's name is Sarah. You know? Way to turn this around, Eric. It's time to vote. I'll read the votes. First vote. Eggman. That's 1 vote, Eggman. Eggman. That's 2 votes, Eggman. Joey. That's 2 votes, Eggman. 1 vote, Joey. And again, this could mean nothing. It could just be Eggman trying to vote out Joey Tempest. Oh, that's 2 votes, Joey. 2 votes, Eggman. 3 votes, Joey. No, I was really put Joey was my favorite. Man, he's gone. Okay, so Eggman voted for oh, man. Oh, is there alliance? Okay, that helped it. Man. The Dr. Garo Power Girl Alliance has only gotten stronger. The Dio Willem Dafoe Alliance, nothing has really changed about that. Nothing's really changed in the alliance here. This alliance is basically her role in this alliance doesn't matter anymore. This is a 3-part relay race. The first runner races through the jungle, unties a paddle, and then tags the second runner. Both then race to untie a second paddle, and then race back to the beach where they break open coconuts to find a key. The 2 runners pass the paddles and the key to the other 2 tribe members who must unchain a boat, paddle the boat out to retrieve a flag, then paddle back to plant their flag in the tiki. When the paddlers return to shore, they must push their boat to their chain, and both paddlers must be present at the tiki when they put their flag in. Both tribes win reward. They win a meal of chicken, quiche, quiche. Oh, quiche. Charles Bronson would be upset right now. Good thing he's not in this season. Bean salad, desert, and Sierra Mist. Nice, y'all drinking the above average Pepsi equivalent to Sprite. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm a huge Pepsi guy, okay? I am brand loyal to Pepsi. But if given the choice between Sierra Mist, Sprite, and 7-Up, Sierra Mist would be the last of the 3 I'd pick. I'd pick 7-Up, then Sprite, and then Sierra Mist. Like, that's right, I even prefer the Coke equivalent, Sprite, to Sierra Mist. Sierra Mist isn't gross like my ex-sister-in-law used to always tell me. But I really don't like I really don't like it as much as Sprite. I like Sierra Mist, okay. If given the option, I'll drink some, yeah, but I'm like, if I'm offered some, I'll drink it, but I'm not, like, a big fan of it. Bone Tribe wins reward, and they win immunity. Maze teams have to retrieve 5 ladder rungs in order from thread. My sister's being loud. I'm trying to do this, but it's really distracting hearing my mom getting onto my... Oh, hold on a second. Okay. My sister was really misbehaving, bad attitude, like the Deep Purple song, and so basically, she was just forced to go brush her teeth. Okay. Let's talk about immunity. Teams have 5 ladder rungs in order from throughout a giant maze. Will rope together, then climb the ladder they built in the center of the maze. So basically, recreate the Cinderella still climbing album artwork. Dr. Gero has a major meltdown. He's mad because none of the androids he built managed to successfully kill Goku. Again, I did my research. Dio works hard at camp and becomes tired. Oregon Alliance 4 formed with Nurse Joy, Midna, Robotnik, and Winnie Woodpecker, with Winnie not being particularly loyal to this alliance, I see. Alright, first of all, it's one vote Mai. Oh, no, Mai's not in alliance. My guess is that Mai is gonna get voted out. That's my guess. Mai or Ayla, but then again, Nurse Joy is not gonna vote for Ayla. She's more loyal to her alliance with Ayla. Oh, Midna, okay, it's one vote Midna. Oh, but again, that's probably Mai. Mai's out. 5-1, yeah. Without Joey, she was really a fish out of water here. Alright, we're at the merge. Wump. So, now we're at the Five Finger Death Punch Sucks tribe. As the only people here from the original tribes are Midna and Rhea. They never changed tribes at all leading up to this. Okay, so let's proceed. Bones Alliance forms. These aren't alliances forming. These are already formed ones. Bones Alliance, okay. Power Girl's more loyal in the Power Girl Dr. Gero Alliance. Dio's gotten increasingly more loyal in the Dio Defoe Alliance. Nothing's changed in the Ayla Winnie Alliance. Winnie and Robotnik clearly aren't digging this alliance happening here. Sea Legs. Each player must. I gave Dr. Gero good stats because he's a Dragon Ball character. I assume he'd naturally have like good physical stats. And like, isn't the dude just like a brain in a robot anyways? If any part of their body besides their feet touch the platform, or if they fall, they are eliminated from the challenge. The last person left standing wins the immunity. I should just call the season the Desktop Noises season. Alright, Dr. Gero's immunity. Ayla and Winnie bond strongly, has lasting impact, meaning their alliance has probably gone up. The loyalty stats. Dr. Gero has the immunity necklace. It's time to vote. First vote, Willem. It's one vote, Willem Dafoe. Eggman. It's one vote, Eggman. One vote, Willem. Power Girl. One vote, Eggman. One vote, Willem. One vote, Power Girl. Okay, 2 votes, Power Girl. 2 votes, Willem. Alright, 2 votes each. 4 votes left. 3 votes, Willem. 2... Okay. Well, everybody, it's a 3-way tie. Let's see who's the vote. 6th person vote out of Survivor Cheese Dip Season 6 is Eggman. I fully expected him to be out sooner. I also fully expected... I fully expected Dr. Gero to be... I fully expected Dr. Gero to be out early on, but no. Okay, Ayla voted for Power Girl. Nurse Joy voted for Power Girl. No, Winnie voted for Power Girl. Rhea, Midna, and Eggman all voted for Willem Dafoe. And Willem Dafoe, Dio, Dr. Gero, Power Girl, and Ayla. Dr. Gero. And all voted for Eggman. Okay, so only 9 people left in the Five Finger Death Punch Sucks tribe. I want to know what's the point in having like in the series start with like multiple tribes when in the end they're just going to all become one tribe. It doesn't matter who's on what. It doesn't really matter who's on what tribe. I guess. I guess maybe it's the fact that like maybe like some people being on different tribes affect relationships and bonds. Nothing changed here. Loyalties have gone up in the Power Girl Dr. Garo alliance. The Dio alliance. Dio's very loyal to Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe pretty loyal to Dio. Yep, loyalties have gone up in the by 1 point each. And the Ayla Winnie Woodpecker alliance. Midna and Winnie aren't terribly digging the Nurse Joy alliance. Go fly a kite. Try members must fly a kite. First person to head their kite 300 feet from the ground wins a reward. Midna wins a Snickers candy bar and a scuba diving trip at a coral reef. Parang Swing. The castaways wrapped a series of questions relating to both the Marquise Islands and survival topics, which they have learned quite a bit about at this point. Each person at a station with 3 ropes tied to 3 bundles of coconuts strung up in the tree. Each time someone answered a question correctly, they would be given the opportunity to chop down 1 bundle of any survivor of their choosing. Once the survivor series would be cut, they were out of the game. Last person to have any bundle of coconuts remaining would win immunity. Rhea wins immunity. Okay. Well, then again, she'd probably, in like a trivia-based thing, Rhea seems like she'd be really good at that. Being really good at that. Being like a saint and everything, a saint and a bishop, she'd she'd have lots of time herself to just study up on stuff and get book smarts. Power Girl and Dio find something in common. Dio and Winnie bond strongly. Winnie leaves the Midna Nurse Joy alliance. Midna's become a little more loyal to it though. Alright, Rhea has the immunity necklace. It's time to vote. First vote is Nurse Joy. 1 vote Power Girl, 1 vote Nurse Joy, 1 vote Willem Dafoe. Nobody's voting on Maki Gary yet. I made him Dr. Garo really hard to get along with. So I gave him the worst social skills in the game. So I really think that he's just impressing the tribe that much that it's like, yeah, he's a butthole, he's a butthole, but he's been really cool about this whole thing. So 1 vote for each of these 3. 2 votes Power Girl, 2 votes Nurse Joy, 2 votes Power Girl, 3 votes Nurse Joy, 2 votes Power Girl, 3 votes Power Girl. Alright. Is it going to be Nurse Joy? Yes. Because if it wasn't, then we wouldn't have gotten this prompt here. Because we would have gotten a thing saying it's a tiebreaker that needs to happen. Ayla voted for Power Girl. Midna voted for Power Girl. Nurse Joy voted for Power Girl. Winnie voted for... What did Willem Dafoe do to you? Winnie Woodpecker is such the chaotic neutral that voting for Willem Dafoe for no apparent reason seems like just the kind of thing she'd do. I don't think they've ever made it clear if Winnie Woodpecker is Woody's best friend or his girlfriend or both. So, loyalties haven't changed here. Neither have they changed here. Ayla's very loyal to the, now that Nurse Joy's gone, yeah, it's just the Ayla-Winnie alliance. Maybe that's why her loyalty's gone up. She knows now that Nurse Joy's gone, she's got to keep Winnie close. Contestants will be split into 2 coconut juice. Contestants will be split into 2 pairs when gather coconuts. They would split open the coconuts and let the coconut milk run into a tube to raise a ball. First to raise their ball at the top would win. Willem Dafoe and Winnie Woodpecker are pair 1. Ayla Secura and Ronnie James Dio are pair 2. Dr. Garo and Rhea are pair 3. Midna and Power Girl are pair 4. And the Ayla Ronnie pair win. They win a Marquesian feast. Nice. High stepping. Contestants would face off rounds while on stilts and would try to keep their balance. First contestant to fall would be out, and the other contestant would move on to the next round. They would continue until the final round. In this round, the last contestant to fall would win. Dr. Garo wins immunity. Rhea and Dio bond slightly. Well, okay, that's cool. Winnie has a major meltdown. Rhea joins the Power Girl and Dr. Garo alliance. I still find it a little weird whenever someone joins another alliance. Dr. Garo has the immunity necklace. It's time to vote. Oh, maybe she knows Dr. Garo has the immunity necklace, and she seems to get on well with Ayla, so it makes sense that she'd probably like, okay, well, the guy with the immunity necklace won't vote me out if I'm in an alliance with them. First vote, 1 vote Winnie, 2 votes Winnie, 3 votes Winnie, 1 vote Midna, 3 votes Winnie, 2 votes Midna. Whoa. 4 votes Midna, and man, Midna's out. I was really a little surprised by that. I really was kind of pushing for her here. More than I was, like, say, Power Girl or Dr. Garo or Ayla even. In fact, she might have been the I'm really hoping Rhea, really rooting for Rhea and Dio as well. So, who didn't vote for her? Dio and Willem voted for Winnie. Okay. Okay, so Rhea is not terribly. Dr. Garo's loyalty in this alliance has gone down a bit since Rhea has joined. I've noticed that. Loyalties doesn't. Ayla's a little less loyal to Winnie. And now, for the first 3 rounds, contestants would dive underwater to find a shell and bring it back. Rock bottom. Is that a UFO reference? Rock bottom. Rock bottom. Rock bottom. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta blow my nose again. Okay, let's. Ooh, I got a little bit on my mouse pad. Let me. Okay. The first round, the contestants would dive underwater, find a shell, and bring it back. Last contestant to do so would be eliminated. For the final round, 4 remaining contestants would dive into the water, grab a rock, swim back to shore with it. First contestant with a rock at Jeff's feet wins. The thought of Dr. Garo bringing a rock to Jeff Probst's feet is funny to me. My mouse pad doesn't work right when something spills on it, so really hoping the little bit of snot I got in it isn't gonna mess my ability to zoom in, zoom out, and everything like that. We went dinner and shower on a cruise ship. Virtues of fire. In the dark, the contestant would gather supplies to make a fire. They'd make a fire under a stove with oil and popcorn kernels on it. Once the contestant popped a popcorn kernel, they would take burning embers to a brush pile and light the pile on fire. First contestant had their fire reach the top of the brush pile win immunity. Dio wins immunity. Our event's Power Girl and Rhea bond strong has a lasting impact. The 5-fingered Death Punch Tribe Alliance number 2 forms. Power Girl, insanely loyal to this one because it's not dissimilar to her Dr. Garo alliance, which she's probably very loyal to it because Dr. Garo shared the reward with her. And Willem Dafoe's just in this. The photo of Willem Dafoe just kind of cracks me up a little bit, kind of like that time I gave Steve, kind of like when I gave Steven Seagal the eating a carrot photo. Dio's immunity necklace. Time to vote. 1 vote Winnie. 1 vote Power Girl. 2 votes Power Girl. 1 vote Winnie. 2 votes Winnie. 2 votes Power Girl. 3 votes Winnie. 2 votes Power Girl. And 9th person vote as a. Remember, the jury is Winnie. It's 4. It's enough. Who are the 2 votes for Power Girl? Ayla and Winnie. So, yeah, 6 people left. Let's proceed. Start spaced out there for a second. I keep forgetting Rhea is a part of this. Dr. Garo does not seem keen on the idea of 3-person alliances. I don't know what he sounds like, so I can't quite do an impression of him. And if I could, and if I did, it probably would be a very bad impression. Okay, so Willem Dafoe's got level 9 uh, loyalty to this alliance, so he's really into it. Turtle roll. The loved ones would stand around the far edge of a large puzzle comprised of 6-sided individual pieces, one at a time. The competitors would step from one piece to the next. As they stepped off a piece, they had to flip it over, revealing the color green. Taking turns, they would continue moving on to new pieces without the option of stepping back on a green piece. Once a person was trapped and unable to step on an open piece, they were out. The last person left on the board would win. Dr. Garrow wins reward. He wins an overnight stay at Soliantu Beach. He wins immunity as well. Sands of time. Each survivor recognizes their name emblazoned on an hourglass-shaped structure, dotted with different shaped tiles. Behind those tiles are piles of sand. At the base of each structure was a small tiki. Using the slingshot, survivors had to fire rocks to the tile panels of the triumphant structure, releasing sand, which would cover the tiki. Once the survivor's tiki was completely covered with sand, that person would be eliminated from the game. Survivor's tiki remained uncovered would win. Dr. Garrow wins immunity. Rhea and Dio find something in common that has a lasting impact. Rhea is the only person that had not been in another tribe beforehand. Did not switch tribes beforehand. First vote Dio. That's one vote. Oh, Dio going to be out? It's a tie between Dio and Ayla. One vote Ayla. Ayla, okay, she's out. Bit of a shame, but okay. Ayla voted for Dio, could not revote. Power Girl voted for Dio and voted for Ayla on the revote. Dr. Garrow voted for Dio. Rhea voted for Ayla on both votes. Dio voted for Ayla, could not revote. Willem voted for Ayla. Dr. Garrow just hates... Dr. Garrow is an Ozzy Osbourne era Black Sabbath fan, that's my guess. And he's just one of those guys who will never accept the fact that a guy other than Ozzy Osbourne was in Black Sabbath, and he just has an effing seizure. And Dr. Garrow will just have an effing seizure every time someone mentions Tony Martin to him. And if you dare mention that Cozy Powell was the best drummer in Black Sabbath, he will also have a seizure. Because he can't comprehend the truth. I could see someone saying Bill Ward is better than I could understand people saying Bill Ward is better than Vinny Appice. But because Vinny Appice's style was kind of hard hitting, sure, but Vinny Appice's style was very hard hitting and aggressive. But on the other hand, we lost a lot of technicality that Bill Ward brought with him. And Bill Ward's songwriting too, we lost that, and he could sing. We lost that aspect as well. But like Cozy Powell had like the force and power of Vinny Appice, but even greater, and he had the technicality of Bill Ward, but also like really good. Okay, that's the Five Finger Death Punch Sucks tribe. There's 5 people in it now. I did not expect Dr. Garrow to last this long. But then again, I know nothing about Dragon Ball outside of what I had to research to put him in here. So for Landon, so I don't know exactly what all he's like. Nothing's changed here. Willem Dafoe's lost a little bit of loyalty here. Okay, 6, 9. Okay, Dr. Jones reward again. Second chance. First, each survivor had to construct a tiki. Second, they had to race to a pile of coconuts, crack them open, and drain the juice, filling a bamboo tube. They had to continue through the jungle to find stilts tied to a tree. Once the stilts were untied, the survivors had successfully walked 10 feet on the stilts without falling. Some of these challenges seem like needlessly complex. I mean, like, maybe if you watch the show and, like, are able to see it, not just have to visualize it in your head, this makes more sense. By completing this leg of the challenge, they would have to find another pile of coconuts and crack them open to find a key that would be used to unlock a crate. Inside the crate would be a slingshot. Finally, a slingshot in hand, survivors would have to find their specific hourglass-shaped structure, with a wooden tiki underneath. Using the slingshot, they must break a tight releasing sandwich will cover the tiki. First success to cover their tiki wins the challenge. Dr. Garo wins a Saturn VUE car. He has no need to drive, plebeians. A Power Girl is someone getting voted for regularly, so it's a little so good for her to get the immunity necklace. Marquesian folklore. Survivors listened to Jeff narrate an ancient Marquesian tale. They were trying to retain all the information they had just heard. Survivors answered a series of questions about the story. Each question was located within a private kiosk in which multiple choice answers were made available. Correct answer would correspond to a basket that would reveal a mini idol. Survivors who guessed the correct answer would then attach the idol to a necklace which they had been provided. The first person to answer 5 questions correctly and race across the finish line with 5 idols would win. Power Girl wins immunity. She's impressing the rest of the team. Alright, someone's got to go. Dr. Garo, 1 vote Dr. Garo. 1 vote Rhea. 1 vote Willem. 1 vote D. Oh, man, 4 votes. Okay. This is what. Okay, so, this next vote is going to be the tiebreaker. Dio! Alright, who voted for who? I'm actually very curious. Power Girl and Dr. Garo voted for Dio. Again, Alliance. They probably conspired to vote for him. Rhea voted for Willem. Dio voted for Dr. Garo. And Willem voted for Rhea. He's slowly but surely eliminating all threats to his power. This is kind of what Edelgard did. She formed a strong alliance. She formed, like, strong one-on-one alliances. She'd try to form strong one-on-one alliances and then conspire with without letting other people know she was in multiple alliances. And then she'd conspire to vote out more popular and influential people she deemed as like a threat to her winning. People in the All-Star season, they caught on to this, voted out the people in her alliances before voting out her Edelgard herself. Again, Edelgard really played the long game for this. Everybody's in an alliance here. Power Girl's gonna have a hard time picking who to vote. And everybody here's in an alliance. Rhea would probably vote for Willem. Willem would probably vote for Rhea because they aren't in the same alliance. Power Girl and Dr. Garo got skin in both alliances though. So Power Girl wins immunity. Quizzing the eliminated players in the game. First to score 10 points wins. 1 vote Rhea. 2 votes Rhea. Dang! Oh, Rhea's out. She was my favorite. I was really pulling for her. Again, Willem Dafoe's kind of putting her in a little bit of a joke. Surprised he made it. He's made it this far. All right. Again, notice I said earlier, Dr. Garo doesn't seem to like more alliances more than 2 people, and that seems kind of true. Because now his Rhea probably joining this alliance, the Organs alliance, wasn't probably his idea. It was probably like Power Girls or Rhea's, and thusly, and he's like, oh gosh, because you notice like now that she's gone, his loyalty to this alliance has gone back up to 8. Willem Dafoe, you're F. I'm sorry. Hard idol. Each tribe member held on the immunity idol while standing on a small pedestal. The person who lasts the longest wins immunity. Power Girl wins immunity. No events occurred. Yep, Willem Dafoe. I told you guys to be Willem Dafoe. Finalists face their jurors. All right, let me get out the drum machine. We'll do the drum roll. Well, to set up the stream, I listened to to give you an idea of how long the stream took me to set up, I listened to Bag of Bones by Europe. And then just to prove a point, I listened to Dada by Alice Cooper afterwards. And I still had leftover time. If any of you haven't heard Pass the Gun Around, don't listen to it. That song is going to tear you up inside. Also, modern day Europe is some of like the best music by any aging hard rock band you will ever hear. Is it not plugged in? Oh, it's not. Where's the power? Yeah, the data about Alice Cooper is underrated, by the way. Pass the gun around, formerly warmer, lots of good stuff. Okay. Setting 9. Because if I were to do setting 10, it'd sound like Saint Anger by Metallica. Alright, let's go. Alright, the finalists wait for the winner to be revealed. Okay. One vote, Dr. Kurt. Drum roll. Why am I drum rolling? Because we already know it's going to be Power Girl. It's anonymously Power Girl. Despite the fact that Dr. Garrow made it this far, thanks in large part to Power Girl's help, she is the winner. Who was the one guy to vote for Dr. Garrow? Nurse Joy, huh? Everybody else anonymously just picked Power Girl. Midna wins the Fan Favorite Award. Wow. Let me turn this off here. Okay, Midna wins the Fan Favorite Award. That's not surprising to me. Power Girl 1. Okay, yeah, that was really, really good, yeah. Mo Howard, Medivac. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at that. Okay, so, I want to thank you. Hold on a second. Alright, we've reached the end of the stream. I'm going to the part where I thank you all for tuning in to my needless BS. If you enjoyed this, any form of engagement, like, dislike, subscription, comment, message in the chat right now near the end, all that's welcome. Check out Landon's podcast Through the Years. Spelt with a Z at the end of it instead of an S. It's a Dragon Ball podcast where he talks about Dragon Ball, where he talks about Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, every like Dragon Ball show, movie. He's gonna cover basically everything Dragon Ball in there. He'll talk about everything through the important eventually. Check out his first episode, which while being a shorter episode, he covers the elusive Super Saiyan 5. And he talked about a potential Super Saiyan 10, which, as we saw in Hunger Games Cheese Dip Edition 2 stream, Burt Reynolds went Super Saiyan 10 for a few seconds and killed Fred Durst. Jokes aside, I've watched the first episode. It's neat as a guy who knows nothing about Dragon Ball. It's cool to learn more about it through this podcast. And go check it out and support him. And if you enjoyed this and haven't seen the other other Survivor streams or any of the Hunger Games streams, feel free to check those out too. I do other stuff on YouTube as well. You can check any of that out if you're interested. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day. Let's Makira, one of the most challenge ones. Okay. Ray is most strategic, also doesn't surprise me. Okay, so yeah, have a great day.